So, a day after Congress leader Sanjay Nirupam wrote a letter to censor board asking it to ensure that Congress leaders are not shown in bad light in the movie Indu Sarkar, a Congress leader from Allahabad has created a new controversy. Haseeb Ahmed has announced a reward of ₹1 lakh on whoever blackens the face of Madhur Bhandarkar, who's the director of the movie. And joining me on the broadcast is Mr. Madhur Bhandarkar. Mr. Bhandarkar, we have seen that the Congress is definitely not taking your new movie very well. What is the reason behind that? Because apparently your movie is based not completely on reality, but maybe like you have said earlier, it's 70% non-fiction and 30% fiction.
No. I said it's basically 70% fiction, 30% non-fiction, absolutely right. And what I have, to say, I really don't know. The film is not yet censored. And they want to see the movie. There is a legal notice and, all this thing. Because I feel it should have a person to have freedom of right and freedom of expression the way he wants to make the film. And what I have portrayed in the film, or what I'm talking about, it has been documented, it has been written by authors, it is a Shah Commission, everything which I'm trying to put a backdrop of the emergency era. I really don't know what they want to see in the film.
Right. This is not the first time that political parties are interfering. Do you think the independence of cinema is under threat?
See, I always said this. I was the one who stood for Ae-Dil-e Mushkil also when there was ban and, this whole thing happened. I was for Urta Punjab also. I said the movie should be released without any problem. Because I feel films, I don't know, especially for this movie, it's Indu Sarkar. People have written enormous books on emergency. People have made documentaries on emergency. Doordarshan had made 5 parts documentary on emergency. People have written an article. What is the problem when a person makes a film? I can't understand that. And here I'm only 30% I'm saying reality. It's a summary of an emergency, of the backdrop of it. There people have made 100% documentation and they have reconstructed so many documentaries, in TV channels, where they reconstructed the whole era and taking names. Everything was there in the film. In that reconstruction when 40 years of emergency happened in 2015, which I have seen it. I don't know why they are insisting they want to see the movie and this movie should be banned, and somebody is issuing a fatwa against me by you blacken Madhur's face and we'll pay you ₹1 lakh. This is ridiculous.
Right, Mr. Bhandarkar. Emergency is a sensitive issue. We know that. Did you expect this kind of reaction from Congress? Did you anticipate it from before?
See, as a filmmaker, I have always had this, problem with earlier films also. All my movies. I have always a flair of making cinema which is real, hard-hitting and topical. Okay, page 3, corporate, fashion, heroine. All the films, people all some of the time upset with my kind of portrayal on the film. But that is the kind of cinema I make. Another thing I would like to say, I didn't expect, because I thought when authors have written books on emergency and mentioned name, there are documentaries being made. The documentaries being made by so many people they made, and they have mentioned names of all the principal people of that regime. Why they are trying to target this film, I don't understand. I really don't understand this.
Also, do you think that you do feel threatened personally? Do you think there's a security concern here with this Congress leader saying that if you blacken Mr. Bhandarkar's face, we'll give you ₹1.5 lakh? That's preposterous.
Definitely, it is a threat to me. And apart from that, I have a lot of friends and well-wishers also in Congress who admire my work, and they know me. They also been telling me change the names, change the slogans in the film, which is little anti towards the party, and voluntarily you change it. This kind of pressure are being put. Today the government is like, tomorrow we will come to the government and all. These kind of bullying tactics. This is very sad. Would you say the same thing for a documentary filmmaker who made a documentary on emergency? Show me the film or change the name or I want to see the film, or an author who has written a book on emergency, you will say remove this word or remove this word, and then why? I don't know. Political party gets threatened with a film. And it's a film which is almost like a very moderate budget with newcomers. I don't know what this hoopla is all about.
Right, Mr. Bhandarkar. Please stay with us because our reporter Mohit spoke to Congress leader Haseeb Ahmed over the phone. Let's hear what he has to say on this.
हसीब जी, मैं कह रहा था कि ये एक तरह से एक धमकी भरा एक पोस्टर हो गया है मधुर भंडारकर जी के अगेंस्ट। कहा जा रहा है कि अगर 1 लाख रुपए देकर के आप उनका मुंह जो है वो काला करवा दिया जाएगा। एक फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन का ब्रीच नहीं है क्या? वायलेशन नहीं है?
नहीं, कुछ नहीं है। आप किसी को अपमानित कर रहे हैं, किसी को तरीके से बता रहे हैं जिसको भारत रत्न से जिनको सम्मानित करा गया
जी,
उनको आप इंदू सरकार में परोस रहे हैं बीच चौराहे पर ला करके। तो ये लोकतंत्र के खिलाफ नहीं है।
What is your reaction to that? Did you hear the phono that a reporter Mohit did with Haseeb Ahmed?
I really don't know these enthusiastic yodhas who basically try to give this. See, there is other way of protesting about it. Violence is not an answer to any filmmaker or anybody I'm talking about. When Sanjay Bansali was hit, that time also I condemned it. It's absolutely wrong with people in coming, and we can sit, talk across the table, and you can have a discussion on it. First thing, I'll tell you one thing: people have not seen the movie. Second thing, when I'm telling is 30% reality, 70% fiction. Fiction is about my story. I'm not saying I'm making a biopic on Mrs. Gandhi. I'm not telling it's a full documentary on emergency. I'm not showing that also, because my movie is completely different. I would not like to digress from a main movie theme to an emergency theme. Emergency is a backdrop of it. People should look with a larger perspective. People should have widened the horizon by just issuing such statement and to be, want to say, my God, see, I have threatened Mr. Bhandarkar and I'm trying to do this. What do you get? You ride on this publicity for yourself as an individual. Shame.
Right, Mr. Bhandarkar. Also, this is not the first time that your movies have been in the middle of a controversy. Do you think that this is intentional in any way possible?
I really don't know. See, when a filmmaker makes a movie, you never know. Bansali was making Padmavati. I mean, in the middle of the film, the whole ruckus started over. Do you think he knew about it? No, I also never knew about it. These kind of people will come and try to protest on the film. Like I am telling you, I'm not making a film on a banned book or something which has been completely gone out of thing. It's nothing like that. I'm making a film which is in public domain. Again and again, I'm telling you, books written on the emergency, documentary made by emergency. To remove all the Doordarshan documentary from the YouTube, then tell this man who's protesting and who's trying to be a yodha, tell him to remove all these things from the YouTube. Tell him to ban the books on the shelf, which is there on the shelf and which has taken names of the principal people in the regime. Why is that a movie?
Right, Mr. Bhandarkar. Also, the CBSE chief has said that your movie does not need an NOC from the concerned parties. So, are you hopeful? Do you think that this movie can pass through without any hurdles at the CBSE chief? Because he has said that you don't need an NOC right now.
I'll tell you in what context Mr. Pailaj Nelani said he doesn't need a CBSE, he doesn't need a clearance from the individuals. Because my movie, my trailer I'm talking about, let me put it the full way. He said, okay, my trailer doesn't mention any name as an individual, okay? There is only one dialogue in the trailer which says, "Is desh mein Gandhi ke maine badal chuke." Now, which Gandhi we are talking about? For that one has to see the film, okay? So, absolutely he was right when he said that there is no mention about anybody. But he said later, but let the film come, let the censor see the film. And if there is something like that, we will ask him or we'll take the call that time. So let the film go in the censor. Tomorrow, people are putting pressure, people are threatening me, and people say, we'll fix you one day, our time will also come. So if I want to remove, because my family, everybody is very worried about it. People are calling me from abroad, India, everybody is saying, what is nonsense going on? So I am here to make a film. I am not here to make, something controversial or something. I am here because my movie the subject is that. If I want to make a film, I am to say emergency, so I have made 100% documentation of emergency. Why would I make 30% of it? I am here to tell a story about a struggling poet who is basically stammering and who is married to a bureaucrat, and there's an ideology clash between the husband and wife on the emergency. Husband feels the emergency is the right thing, wife feels it's the wrong thing. And there's a clash of ideology between two people and how the things takes place later on in the stages of the film. That is my subject, my first subject. And emergency is a backdrop of it.
Right, Mr. Bhandarkar. Thank you for joining us on this broadcast.